Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to a new 5th edition actual play. My name is Eric. He or they pronouns, and I'm gonna be your dungeon master today. I have already sacrificed Shane, so all his other shows are gonna be on hiatus for a little bit as I absorbed his power and sort of running everything here. So, surprise! Hi, how's it going? I don't have a cool voice. I'm going to get working on that for the next one. So I really appreciate everyone's time as we get set up today. There were some technical issues that I had to get resolved, but it's fine. You can either be on time or on brand, right? Yeah, so I'm going to be the Dungeon Master. This is a 5th edition game. This is my all-time favorite actual adventure path, predicated from decades ago by Paizo. And I'm super excited to bring it back and update it to the 5th edition and play here on the Greyhawk channel. This is a channel I really admire. I like everything that Shane does. And that's enough about me, because you're not here to see me ramble. You're here to see this awesome cast get into some D&D shenanigans. So I'm going to throw it over to my first cast member, Demcie. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Demcie. I use he and they pronouns. My Twitter is DemcieDMC. And I'm playing a half-orc fighter named Korruk.
Cool.
Nice. Hey, I am Pro Starter. You can catch me on the Twitters at Pro Starter or the same stuff. I play Daiquain Blacksail, human variant storm sorcerer.
I'm Katy. You can find me on Twitter at KatyFace. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Finnian Cragwolf, and she is a knowledge cleric for Istus. He's
Awesome.
a nerd.
big old nerd. That's great. Cool. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to begin a spell for y'all. It's a pretty cool spell. It's actually a spell I know in real life. It's called Uninterruptible Wall of Text. All right. So just stand by as I kind of bring us in, and I'm just gonna kind of explain sort of the camera as we come in and all that kind of stuff as we see, and then we'll get ready to get into jumping right into it. Okay. Cool. All right. So the camera zooms in over the Hell Furnaces, a gigantic mountain range in the southern reaches, maybe like a dozen or so. There's rumors, they're not sure how many actual active volcanoes there are, but the camera flies through over all these mountain ranges, through the black billowing smoke. Then the camera kind of begins and sees as it dives down over the mountain range into an enormous jungle. It is just a wild, savage place. It is the Medio jungles, if it's sort of like a map, kind of realistic kind of aesthetic going on, sort of like your weird Game of Thrones-y kind of map looking kind of thing. The camera zooms over to the coast through this harsh jungle. It's a really like rocky coast with a couple like jutted outline croppings of rocks to a thorn of civilization. And on this map here, it says this place, this horseshoe-shaped city is called Sasserine. It's a proper city here on the cliffs of this ocean. And one of the most notable features of this is that there's sort of at the tip of the horseshoe, there once was an enormous bridge that has been broken kind of in the middle, with only just sort of like the standing pylons and a little bit of bridge on each side is left. Something like think of like a Titanic looking bridge, right? Like it's a massive, like something giants would have used, right? It's very, very big. And then as the camera like goes over this bridge, the camera comes down through the bridge, like through one of the little like twists between the pylons here, and you see a score of white-sailed ships going to and from Sassarine's harbor, right? The camera goes like through some of the ship's rigging and like over some of the sails and stuff, as we hear the sort of like port calls and sailors bellowing, right? Until finally it gets to the actual proper harbor part of Sasserine here. The camera lingers for a little bit at the actual like harbor side here, as a newly arrived merchant is looking really befuddled by some gang members, clearly getting fleeced. As we hear, imagine the sounds of like exotic birds in the background, A lot of just like ambient mumper chatter, like, hey, watch out, move that blocks over there, and so that kind of stuff, right? As that's kind of like all happening as it kind of fades away to this conversation that's happening in front of this merchant and these gang members all wearing this sort of like little like purple sash on them. And the merchant here, a little flustered, darker skinned captain, looks very tender pawy, like pretty new, right? Just like really like a true greenhorn. He's like, but I already paid the bloodbacks my share, right? And all of the gang members are kind of crowding around him and going tisk tisk, you know. They're going, sorry, love. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but the bloodbacks are old news. The Lotus Dragons run these parts now, and we haven't seen a bit of that coin. And you don't want your precious Ekberian steel getting lost, do you? And the captain, you know, is like, oh, and he's like going ready to grab, you know, his coin purse and stuff as the camera continues through a panoply of all the portside wares, right? Like a little pop-up stand selling weird fruits and veggies and exotic little pets, until we get to a large Gothic 3-story manor. Through all the different houses here. It is quite a prestigious looking building. It is very remarkable compared to the rest of the places around it. It's not like necessarily in a noble district of the city. It is sort of like in the middle of the merchant's quarter. And the subtitle text on the screen reads Vanderborn Estate. Right? The door to this place is actually open as the camera continues, and it's following an older prim and proper halfling servant as she is coming in with a parcel. And the camera kind of like goes right over her shoulder, and this is where we see the party. The party is currently waiting in this glorious atrium, right? So it's like a very like verdant parlor. The halfling, without stopping, carrying this giant parcel, says, oh, don't worry, she'll be with you in just a moment. Her previous appointment is running a little long, right? So you have all been gathered here at this Vanderborn estate upon request of someone by the head of this household, a matriarch by the name of Lavinia. And you all have, you're all recent bright-eyed, bushy-tailed adventurers with dreams of striking it big and having nice, long 20-level careers, right? So yeah.
It's everyone's dream, isn't it?
Yep, that is everyone's dream. There's not a good retirement policy for an adventurer. So that is definitely what you want here. So while this meeting is getting finished up, right, that this previous appointment's running a little bit long, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Either you guys already known each other, or this might be a chance to do it. But you're all here upon request by Lavinia because you've all done something that was been noteworthy that sort of began your adventuring careers, right? And this thing was noticed by Lavinia, and is kind of why you were summoned here. She didn't just like go to like adventurers Craigslist, right? You did something to impress them. So how about we go around, give a little description of what you are doing. What does it look like when you're waiting patiently or impatiently, and then tell us like a little story about what you did that got the notice of this noble. Let's go around. Let's start with Katy.
Yeah, so Finnian, known as Finny to many people here in this city of Sasserine, is just sort of sitting there, sort of like just sipping tea, eating biscuit, whatever is out there offered, with a red leather journal tucked onto her lap. She's got red hair that's braided off to the side. She's wearing very practical clothes. And sort of awkwardly, nervously looking around at this group. But the reason that she was asked here by Lavinia is that Finny runs and works for, and it's very near and dear to her heart, the closest thing that you would consider a museum in Sasserine. Mm-hmm. She takes it upon herself to go out and find artifacts, lost lore, that kind of thing. She hates boats. Boats make her seasick, but she sort of like swallows it up so that she can go out to various islands and, cities, lost civilizations that she can find. And I think probably maybe like a year ago, she brought back an artifact of a civilization that once was considered lost. and this was like the last evidence of that civilization. So it's stuck out to Lavinia.
Ah, okay. I have a couple ideas for that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's why she's such a nerd.
All right. Yeah. No, that helps. Cool. All right. And so through some of your researching and artifact helping, Lavinia has noticed you. Awesome. Thanks. Let's go over to Josh for Provo Starter.
Yeah. Daiquain Black Sail, I think he's just kind of like leaning up against the wall. He's flicking up and down this small shard. It looks like a gold coin, but it's actually a piece of glassed sand that has a skull and crossbones on it. And he's just flicking this up and down, and we see him wearing these kinds of just like common garbs, bright colors, leather armor, and bandana affixed to his head with like long, dark dreadlocks. He has dark kind of dark complexion, and I think he's just chatting up one of the like servers who came around, who was like making sure we were all situated properly, and I think he's like chatting up this guy, and I think he's telling a tall tale like he always does, and I think he is here because he has told enough stories, some true, some false, some stretched, to where everyone knows his name and everyone knows he's done these grandiose things. Which ones are true and which ones are fake, no one really knows.
Yeah.
But it's enough to get people's attention.
What would you say the most common, like, whether it's true or false? Like, what is the thing? If there was one of the many different things you've heard, like, what's an example? Like, how outlandish or like how close, how intimate are these sort of nicknames and rumors?
Yeah. So I think the most outlandish one was that his old shipmate, Brutus, and him were the only ones left on our burning, sinking ship that was being assailed by krakens and pirates alike. And by swinging across this burning ship, we were able to jump onto the pirate ship, kill the captain, cause a mutiny, and ride that ship to a new crew.
Wow. Okay. So an epic soul survivor. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Dig it. And then last but certainly not least, we have Demcie.
So Korruk is probably he's sitting there. He's like man spreading, sitting down, and he's got his like big great sword lap because he can't sit with it. He's kind of looking at these other two, like, why are they here? I'm the only person that needs to be here.
Damn.
He's an arena fighter, so he fights for entertainment. He has worked his way up to be one of the best arena fighters, and that's why he was called to this place today.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Sasserine does have a pretty cool gladiator arena place set up in the city, so that makes a lot of sense. Like, you're an up-and-coming star for it. Cool, awesome. So you guys we're waiting for a little bit, but of course, through the power of what is known as plot, the conversation, as soon as we're finished seeing each, the camera rests on each of you, it's about time for the meeting to be over. Cora, the halfling servant that we saw earlier, is coming back now to be like, oh, thank you so much, thank you. It was like really sorry about the delay here. We're a little overbooked right now, and you can kind of hear there's a sort of a conversation still kind of happening. Like when you're leaving a conference room and the conversation's still happening as people are leaving and talking. That's happening there. You see, as you guys are getting ready to get shuffled into the same room that these people are coming out of, you all spot there's kind of a group. I wouldn't call them mercenaries, but they just look kind of like an adventuring party themselves, right? One of them, the first one, kind of up in front is a sort of scowling bandolier of daggers kind of person. They kind of have the pointed ears of an elf, but they have a little bit of like a goatee. And they kind of like give you like the rock kind of like eyebrow here. Preceding them is a dwarf in a nice brown simple robes, clearly having a couple like herbs and things like stashed around themselves, carrying a walking stick. After them is a really full of themselves sorceress. I think of kind of like Yennefer from The Witcher 3, if you can think of that way, but with like a purple scar near her eye, but like raven black hair, black robes. Kind of like looks very confident, very like blue-blooded, like haughty a little bit. And then lastly but not least, someone that would give Korruk a run for their money in terms of like handsome, rugged fighter look. I think is a man in a breastplate with a big, huge green raven emblazoned on it. And as you guys are, they're just saying, like they see you and they're doing the little the cordials. Like, yeah, what's up, right? As you guys are getting ready to go in, the dwarf of the group, right? The humble-looking, shepherdy-looking dwarf with a big, huge, bushy brown beard is the first one who kind of roughly says, like, these must be the little troubleshooters she's hiring. And the sorceress, as they're going by, smirks at you all and goes, yes, good luck, as you guys get all pushed in there. If you want to, if anyone's kind of familiar with the city or maybe did their homework, if you think they're a little bit of a nerd, you could go ahead and give me a quick little roll here to tell me what you did to kind of like either do your homework here or recognize these people as you're entering.
Yeah, I think Finny would probably know them, just like she has lived in this city. She probably has read books about the history of the city. Would that make sense to you?
Sure. However, what I would say is that this group isn't necessarily really well known.
Okay.
Yeah, so this might be a little bit of a challenge here to know who they are. But here's your chance to impress the rest of your fellow adventurers here with your knowledge of locality here. So if you want to,
or to make a fool of myself.
Yeah, or to make a fool of yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, but that is a
that's
20.
a 20 though. That is a solid 20 in history. Perfect. Yeah. So this is a group known as the Jade Ravens. They also are sort of a troubleshooting group of your type. However, they are pretty experienced, and they're sort of Lavinia's go-to problem solvers. So it should be a little bit of a flag being like, why, if these are the normal problem solvers, why are you getting called in? Right? Do you share this with the group, or do you keep that quietly?
I think she keeps it quiet. Yeah, she definitely does, and she just sort of like hugs her journal closer to her chest and just sort of keeps an eye on them as they go past.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Also, I do hear the weird white noise thing. I recognize that, and I don't know what's causing it.
Like
but then
crickets.
It goes away. But it sounds like crickets, and so I'm kind of into it.
I am too.
I just don't know. I don't know what it is. But we have been having weird audio things, which was one of the reasons for the delay. So I apologize that we'll have it ready to go for next session. So I appreciate everyone's patience here as we wear this away. All right. So you guys are all ushered into a lavish dining hall. The food out here hasn't really been prepared yet, but the plates and everything's are kind of set. Like it looks like it was recently, like people ate here, then cleaned, and then reset up like a restaurant would, right? Korra, it's doing a lot of work here as you see them taking out like the last of the utensils and putting them around for the three of you. Currently, there's a little fire going in the fireplace, and right above that fireplace is a big old portrait of an individual, and a bearded man. And I'll show you a little handout. And this is the portrait I should show the players so we can all see it. This is the portrait that's hanging up above the fireplace mantle, and in front of them, sort of obfuscating the sort of like chest part of him is the back of the person you're here to see. A well-dressed in blue, dirty blonde hair, pristine noblewoman. None older than maybe 19 or 20. For a matriarch of a house, that's very, very young. And Lavinia turns around and smiles to you all. I will also show you what she looks like here. She thanks you all for coming and says, please, it is, I appreciate you all getting my invite. I trust that the journey here wasn't too arduous.
Finny immediately runs forward and just bows her head. Thank you so much for inviting me. This is such a great job offer.
She smiles, being like she appreciates your eagerness, right? Thank you.
Daiquain steps forward and is just like, yeah, the waiting was fine. I'm happy. You got a job for me, and a man doing it. Name's Daiquain, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Daiquain. She shakes your hand. Not like a like a noble like like hoity-toity. No, it's just like she shakes your hand. Like she's not You get the impression that you get the impression that immediately this isn't like no insight roll needed. Like all of you is like, well, she seems sort of out of place a little bit. Like she's wearing clothes she doesn't normally wear. Her hair is nicer than it normally is, right? Like she has a sort of like she's trying to wear like literally like as she's wearing her clothes, she's trying to wear the role. Like it's a new set of like a roll of clothes here, a new title that she's trying to like fit in, and you can just tell by her kind of mannerisms. She kind of switches between sort of more like casual posture to like more like, oh wait, no, I'm supposed to be like matriarch, right? Like it's a little obvious to many people. She's trying to try a little hard here to look more than what she kind of is, right? And so she thanks you all and. Good, and she asks you guys to sit down. Please sit where you want. Everything here is completely complimentary of me, and my hospitality is for you all to make it this evening. You could be anywhere, but you're here looking for work, and work is what I have for you. So, would anybody follow the news of the city, like either streetwise rumors or rather like? You know, you're in the political circles of the city, or you don't really care.
Probably like tavern rumors and like things like that.
Sure. Okay. Do you think at any point Daiquain would have been okay? How often do you hear? Well, you're a pirate, right? You know things about leaving ships and dangers from ships, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a I guess it's be kind of like a diplomacy role because you're kind of just like listening to stuff around, gathering information, but it's not like really active. It's kind of like passive, right? Or it's sort of just like just absorbing various rumors and types from the bars, right?
Maybe like a persuasion to get people to talk to me more and
if you're trained, are you trained in persuade?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah, so persuade. Yeah, because I was like persuade. It could be investigation. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of open to what you think, but yeah, no, persuade. Oh yeah, you totally heard. Yeah, you know why? Like this, all the pieces are falling into place about sort of what's going on and why she is the way she is right now. A little bit like nervous, a little bit uncomfortable in her clothes. Is you know the story what happened to her parents. Her parents passed away a few weeks ago. In a tragic ship fire in the harbor.
I think as she's kind of doing this, I just say, my sympathies for your ma and your pa. And nowhere to go, but at least they're with their boat.
Thank you. She says very honestly. It's been hasn't been easy, and that is sort of why I've asked you to come here. And so, do you guys know what do you guys look like when Daiquain mentions this? Finny and Korruk, like, you also kind of like, oh yeah, I heard that before, or not? I give you guys the option.
Yeah, I think Finny looks up surprised. She spends all of her time in the museum that she doesn't really know things that are happening.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She
right.
just sort of looks at Lavinia just with a sort of a sad look on
Right.
her face.
Right. You got the book smarts, not the street smarts.
Yep.
Sure. Okay. What about Korruk?
Korruk probably would have heard the news of her parents just because he like fights in their like ring. So he just kind of gives a solemn nod and sorry.
Well, of all the, I'm thank you all so much, and I appreciate your condolences. My family's legacy, well, it is certainly skilled and without blemish, but there is something that they aren't necessarily as skilled in, is where I sort of need your help. For a group with such proficient, prolific holdings and adventures under their belts, you see, the Vanderborn family is not necessarily as skilled in finance as others, and well, I ask for your help here in recovering some money that, well, and she kind of like stammers a little bit about how to like go about this and how much she wants to explain to you, right? You see, my family has plenty of money underneath the Turricanian vaults. You guys know that's the bank here, right? It's underneath the keep. However, I've been having little success getting access to it. You see, every noble, and she looks at her finger, and you can see there's space for what appears to be like a ring, like she's missing her signet ring finger, a ring here. Like, normally there's a signet ring that that's associated with our families here to get into this. My mother has lost hers long ago, and well, the other one was my father, who passed away in the fire. And well, he kept a spare on a ship here in the harbor, and I've been having difficulty accessing to it. Apparently, there's overdue fees to the ship, which I cannot pay without having access to the bank. And assure me when I say this that I did pay these, but there seems to be a issue with some of the... And she says, no, I admit to it. I was taken for a lark. Something that I promised and that will never happen again. I paid some scummy gutter snipe, Solar Vark, my harbor fees, and then when I come there and try to get on the ship, he says I never paid. Which is like classic, right? Like, you get receipts kind of thing. And like, so stupid of me. And she like kind of sees it. She kind of slams the table, right? Her fist clenches. Well, I need you to help me convince Solar Vark to let me on the ship. Or better yet, if you could just get me the signet ring and from the ship, the Blue Nixie, that would be even better.
That doesn't seem too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a pirate, right? And Finny looks over at Daiquain.
I do the pirating and all that, but all above board.
And you're very strong. She looks at Korruk. I'm sure it can be arranged, right? I mean, this can't be too hard, just to get on a boat and get a ring. I think we can do it.
Well, can I like?
Mm-hmm.
I know you said it's obvious, but watch how she is. Can I just inside check because I'm very.
Sure. What are you trying to ask? What's your intention?
No.
Yeah. What's your intention?
Yeah. So I'm trying to see if if what she's saying is actually like legit, like if us going there and getting the ring is going to be her legitimately owning the ship,
Oh yeah,
or we're
yeah.
going to take the ring and now she's going to own it because she has the ring,
Right.
instead of it being genuinely hers.
Mm-hmm.
So when I wrote insight, I have a 0, so probably bad. Ooh, 19.
No, you're good. No, which she's telling the truth. And this is as I mean, and you probably know this as well as being around the docks and stuff like that. Yeah. There's the boat that she's talking about, the Blue Nixie. You've heard before. In fact, maybe in the circles around, you do know that it was there is something like that name has come up, but you don't remember what right now, right? Like maybe you can look it up later or something like that. But you're like, oh yeah, that does ring a bell. Something about the Blue Nixie. Yeah, no, this is true. It belongs to her father. It was sort of like his personal like sort of like pleasure adventure yacht. It's the older one because they recently just made a new one for that him and his wife, Lavinia's parents were taking on, and that's what burned down. And this is the old one, right? So yeah, that checks out. Everything checks out.
Well, I just say, well then, Levy, I can do it, but as I say, be a pirate, legitimate, of course, all my papers in check, but I need coin. How much
Right.
you paying?
I know that you won't take generosity. I know all of you are here for a job and you do not want to be paid in exposure or generosity, and I am prepared to pay. See, if you recover this, I can pay a little bit upfront, but I promise that there's more in to be had once we have access to my vaults, and then once my family's fortunes are there, the money is flowing again, and all will be better. So she looks at you all and she says, 180 gold total, 60 a person. That is more than enough to cover any troubles, should it?
I think that's perfectly fair. I mean, we're doing something very noble. I think that's more than enough. Do either of you have a problem with it?
No, I'm fine. How about you, big man?
Nah, this is good.
Cool.
All right. Do you have anyone at the docks that you might be friends with that might give us a little in? Or is this just us gonna be on our own?
So you would know. So it's like she won't tell you this, but like you would know that the harbor master is an older man by the name of Keltar Islarn. He's a noble. And the harbor master here is definitely like pushing 90. As a human, he's a little bit he's not completely cogent, and he's having trouble getting his heirs to inherit it. So he's kind of running the business as his heirs aren't really up to it. They want to do other things than be harbor master. So he is stuck here, and things slip by, and the docks are a little bit squiffly. So when she says, "No, unfortunately, my normal contacts are a little bit in flux at the moment," that doesn't sound too far fetched. You know that there's been recent shakeups in the past 2 years or so. There has actually been a kind of a sea change in terms of government of the city. They recently were under the shackles of a tyrant that's now been thrown off, and now they are being run by a council. And as they're doing this council stuff, a lot of things are in flux. You know that there's a significant thieves guild presence in the city here, and you know that as while there's no one like particularly large thieves guild, that causes conflict, right? There's sizes, and so maybe it sounds probably like maybe she knew some people, and then they got caught up in the churn, and they don't really anymore. Or maybe they, after the loss of their parents, they're like, I don't want to work with you. That stuff happens all the time. So unfortunately, no, I'm out of assets.
All right.
You should have plenty of contacts, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daiquain looks at you and gives you like a big smile. Oh, I got a few.
Well then, Lavinia, this should be taken care of with no issue. I don't see the problem here. She just gives Lavinia this very, like, just a very genuine smile.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She looks to Korruk and says, now, I won't be going with you on this mission. You see, my skills are more of the diplomatic mindset, and this Vark fellow seems to be immune to such chances. What do you think? Or do you think I am misplaced in asking you all to do this?
I think trouble. Well, then he's asking for trouble.
Cool. Good. Well then, if that is all settled, then let us eat. And she brings out some nice food. Here is it's fresh fish. Over some I guess I imagine sort of if you do you guys know like Filipino food at all? So if I say
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so like very that also like Singaporean, so like probably it's like a nice curry. Also like some fresh fruit on the side. It's like a very like nice, chill, relaxed meal, multiple courses going through here. So it's a nice meal as you guys kind of enjoy. Is there any other questions you have for Lavinia, or we can jump ahead?
I can't think of any.
Yeah, I think she just enjoys her meal. Just makes small talk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Make sure I get my down payment first, and then.
Yeah. Mhm. She yeah she's willing to pay you all half of it up front and then half after the job. Right.
That was 60, right?
Yeah.
So,
So she'll pay you 30 now, and then she says, promising upon when we get to the actual bank, then you get the other 30. Okay. We have no more questions. So then now we get to go into the harbor and stuff and try to figure out what we want to do here, right? So we're in the right district here. We're in the merchant district. And I'll move us over in the map in a second. But the ship is supposed to be, the Blue Nixie is supposed to be docked at Pier 5. It's kind of near the guild hall. So I will bring us over there. So if you guys are, so what would you like to do in order to kind of get this attack? 'Cause I don't want to spend the rest of the session being like, let's plan and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have no problem kind of sort of jumping into things, but I want to know what you guys would do and what you need to know from me and how you're going to go about getting it.
I think Finny would immediately go to Korruk and Daiquain and just,
Mhm.
Do you have any contacts? Do we need to distract someone? What's our goal here?
well, what's everyone's skill set? I can see the big man there. He's a big man. Probably good with his fists. What about you? What can you do?
I'm very good at reading things. If you need to know like information on things, I can usually remember that very easily off the top of my head. I can speak 8 different languages. Yeah, that's about it.
Right. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I read.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I can see if I can speak to one of my people. Maybe even speak to the old dock master. Get myself on
I'm
board.
really good at like pretending to be lost. I do that a lot. Pretending to be lost.
You kind of give off that vibe that you're good at pretending to be lost. Just maybe all the time. Pretending.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't even realize you're being insulted.
Doesn't.
Nice. Cool.
I love it. The character's great. Well then,
Tell me what you need me to do.
well, if we can't get in, maybe to go to one. You, my friend. What was your name again? Korruk. Maybe you can, if things don't go our way, we can start a little dark fight. Some people
Sounds
may
fun.
jump in, but most will just probably watch and bet.
I'm always down for a fight.
Could use that distraction then to sneak on if diplomacy doesn't work. But I got good skills with my tongue, I'm told.
Mhm.
And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go and see if I can silver talk my way onto the boat.
Right. So, did you want to go to the harbor master first, or did you want to go to the boat and see what's going on?
I'm probably take to the harbor master.
Right. Okay. So, obviously, like our harbor masters are very, very, very busy people. You can't just like get there and get an appointment and do that stuff. So you're going to get shuffled around and get lost in kind of the bureaucracy here. And so this give me a role here. Is how do you navigate this? Do you like bribe people? Do you have someone on the inside that you want to try to talk to?
Yeah, so I think maybe if it's not like too much, I like
Yeah.
maybe I know someone that I've just kind of accumulated like a relationship with through like
Right.
drinking, coercing, chatting with.
Yeah. What's her name?
I think her name would be Isabel.
Right.
Maybe she's like a bookkeep or something like that inside.
Is she straight? Not like sexually, but like is she?
I don't think
Because
I know.
this canonically nobody's straight in this game.
Yeah,
But,
I don't
like,
think
what is
I don't think I know. Like all I know is that
don't-
my flirtation
right.
of
Like
work.
she does right. So you don't know if she's doing like she's engages in the criminalities. Okay, that's
No,
all. That's what I was
no.
wondering. Okay, you don't know. It's ambiguous. Okay, it's so for all intents and purposes, it's kind of ambiguous. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. So let's go talk to Isabel. Does Isabel work at the harbor master like proper hall, or are they like a foreman? Do they like work on the docks, like around organizing people and stuff, or what?
I think it's a bit of both. So I think they're more like they catalog a lot of things.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what goes in, what goes out,
Right.
what ship has what crew, what
Right.
items and stuff.
Cool. Well, I don't want to do a boring, stuffy office building talk, so we're meeting on the docks. All right.
Cool.
She's like directing like another ship coming in, and or like some people unloading stuff right now. I forget what you call them. Not porters, but laborers. But there's a word for people on the on docks that do this, but I forget the name of it. Whatever. I'll remember it next time. Cool. So yeah, so Isabel's like, no, you idiot, that's supposed to go over there, and that kind of stuff, right? As you show up. Yeah, she's hard at work, frustrated. She doesn't really notice it yet. What do you do?
Yeah, I walk up to her and I just say, "Hey, Isabel, how's it going? Sweating out here, working hard, I see."
What would you know about working hard? As she smirks around, knowing your voice anywhere. Daiquain.
Well, from what I'm here, I've done quite a lot.
Oh
From what
yeah.
I hear.
Yeah. Well, what you hear isn't always what you get. She looks to you, alluding to something.
Well, you never know. Stories be stories. I need a little favor from you, and I thought I'd come to the most competent person on the dock.
Stories be stories. Well, favors don't always come cheap. I'm kind of busy, but lay it on me. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I need to get into a boat. It's just laying there, just costing space, and I need to get in to help a friend claim the boat legitimately, of course. They're just stuck up in all kinds of bureaucratic nonsense.
hey, I am that bureaucratic nonsense. She smirks like, but no, she's like, no, no, the other crate. What? How hard is it that parrots go with parrots? How hard is? And she's like really upset. She's clearly like overworked though. It's like, what was the name of it?
What was the name of the ship again? Sorry,
Ship?
the
Blue Nixie.
Seagull?
Yeah.
Blue Nixie, that was it. The Blue Nixie.
She goes like, I'm not sure. It doesn't really ring a bell. But she's clearly like kind of distracted right now. So like, can you make a roll here to like kind of convince, like try to persuade her, like how much of her attention should be to you right now?
Yeah, like I think I walk over to her and I put my arm on her shoulder and I go, "Come on,
yeah,
you know what it is."
Stevedore's also the word. It's longshoremen or stevedores, depending on I think what side of the pond you're on. Those are the people who move stuff off boats. 11. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I got it. Yeah. So you're asking about the Blue Nixie, and she's like, "No, I don't think I know that one." But you also get the impression that like you're not alone here, like talking, right? And she's saying this as in like what she's not saying is just as important as what she's saying, right? And being like, "No, I don't know anything about it," which clearly means like, "Oh, this is caught up in some bad shit. This is bad shit happening on this one."
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Look, she says, "Look, we've been really tight right now. We've been having to hire extra hands to take care of some stuff. Basically they're hiring like contractors to help with the harboring right now and like you would know this because the harbor master's old and can't do like basically the things are gone to ship, pun intended, right? And in order to keep business going and the harbor moving, because the harbor is the lifeblood of the city, they've been taking on contractors, right? So in order to do that, so she's like, I don't know, it might be one of the contractors doing that stuff. Things are getting misplaced all the time here. I can barely keep my own stuff in order right now. So that's kind of all you can get. Like, it doesn't really, it's like, I don't know. The contracting, right now, anything off, east of tier 4, Pier 4, we're hiring off to people. But like, I don't really have much for you. God, be careful, those are jeweled macaws. Ah.
Not the bejewels. Would tier 4 be where the Nixie is?
Yeah.
So I get what she's saying.
Right.
I just say, oh well, that's too bad. You never heard of it then. Shouldn't have been asking. I'll see if I can help out with some of those hired hands. Maybe they need extra work. Take it easy.
Yeah. She literally just like blows you off when you say, "I'll do some extra work." Like literally, she knows how little you actually work. He's like, "Yeah, that'd be the fucking day. It was friggin' day." Like it's gonna be like that's. But maybe you do actually do work. She's just flirtatious and likes to, rag on you a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So if you take a stroll, like a quick stroll, it doesn't take very far, right? You're at the docks right now, right? So you can kind of see it already from where you're at. You see where the pier and where the Blue Nixie is supposed to be. It's not up at pier where it's supposed to be. It is moored about 150 feet offshore. And you can definitely see that there are people, because this is daylight, right? Middle of the day. Yeah. People are there's like a couple little smaller boats lashed to it, and they're kind of like moving stuff from these smaller like ferry boats to their large crates. You can see that there's definitely like animal crates from here, right? Just the way they're barred and caged, right? That doesn't require a perception roll or anything like that. It's not your first rodeo at the docks. You would know what like a bird cage would look like. I mean, you literally just saw a bunch of bird cages. This looks like the kind of similar cages, right?
Sure. Are they bejeweled?
They're not jeweled macaws. No, you can't tell what's in them from here, right? But you know that those are animal cages.
Okay. Is yours with me as well, or is it by myself?
No, you've gone on yourself. Isabel's too busy yelling at these idiotic stevedores to make sure birds go with birds and monkeys go with monkeys.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm just like walking around, just probably whistling, taking it all in,
Sure.
seeing the people, kind of seeing the stuff that they're weapons that they're showing and the weapons that they're trying not to show. And just kind of getting a sense of like the atmosphere, right?
Oh yeah. The atmosphere is that if you want to get really close to like closer to actually where the dock where it's supposed to be moored, you can definitely see that there's like two people working who are armed and also not working and just hanging around. Like you get the impression that like right now you're just you look like a worker right around. You're not necessarily getting spotted and noted for later or anything like that by these people. But you definitely know that if you want to get close to like around here, like, oh, this is protected. Like, oh, you're smart enough to know that if you go there and like you're gonna get accosted and be like, what the hell are you doing here? Getting like piss off kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of go up though. To like those two people just to kind of see which band owns this place. And I'm probably just gonna go talk to them and be like, hey brethren, I was wondering you got any work going here? Good with my hands. You may know about me. Name's Black Sail.
Yeah. Can you do a persuade at disadvantage?
Yeah, I can do. You get a 5.
Because it's possible, but they're also busy and don't really want anybody.
7.
Oh, that
Damn
sucks.
No.
Oh no. Yeah. Right.
So close.
The name's Black Sail. They're like, so I think the opposite. Like, do you think they know? Like, would these people actually know you and know you're full of shit of your stories, or is it really just like they're kind of just super dismissive? What do you think?
I think it'd be funny if like they actually know
Right.
who I am, and it is like we actually know who you are.
Yeah, right. So it's a lewd. No, it's like, oh no, I love it. It's like, oh, Black Sail, the one Isabel talks about. No way, get the hell out of here. You don't. Next thing you know, you're gonna burn this ship down. Right, piss off. Hey.
Oh, all right. No need to shove. Oh, no need to shove. I'm going.
Right. Lousy and great.
Burn your ship down. And that's it. That's
hold on, as you're leaving, I have one little extra scene part as that's happening.
Yeah.
Like, as you're leaving, like one of those little like ferry ships is coming in, and off the ship, really like stoically, like this person or proficiently, this person knows their way around ships and stuff. Like pretty much like hops off the ship to the dock as the other people are lashing it. A guy with a big huge earring, a huge scar down his face, short hair. And he comes up, clearly like a leader type, right, to these other guards, and goes, "Hey, who's that?" Walking by, and he's like, "Oh, it's some trash kid looking for work." And he looks over and he's like, "All right, look. Well, I heard that she's gonna be wanting to get on this ship, so here's a list of people you should be looking out for." And like the camera zooms over, and it's faces of people of the Jade Ravens, that mercenary company, that was hired by Lavinia. And they're all looking it over and kind of taking notes of the people's names and stuff there. Not your name or anything like that. So, all right. Cool. Now what do you guys want to do? It's still the middle of the day. You can do some research, or we can be like, if you want to do it at night, and like if you have a plan, we totally blades in the dark this and like jump into stuff if you want.
While Daiquain was like out looking, Finny wanted to be just casually walking around with her journal, sketching, writing, and she did want to be looking for members of the Jade Ravens because she had seen them at the
right
at Lavinia's house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So can I roll like a perception or investigation, whichever one you prefer?
What's your passive investigation?
12.
No, that's good. That's good enough to know. Based on their what they were kind of wearing and sort of what they were the things they were holding, you spotted as they were leaving that one of them, maybe the sorceress, had a note or like a couple letters addressed to Vanderborens, and underneath it says the city of Cauldron, and that they were
Okay.
probably going to be messengers, getting an important message over there.
Okay.
So you know that they're not in town right now.
Okay. So yeah, if Finny doesn't see any of them there, then she's just gonna stay close to Korruk and Daiquain, and they can work on a plan for whenever
Yeah,
they want to do. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what. Yeah. What about Korruk?
Korruk's gonna go to like a bar, a tavern, down by the docks and see if he can get on the Blue Nixie.
Okay. So you want to get in like with the crew that's on the ship right now.
I'll like go and see what else is on it, like who works on the ship, and like just try and go and get information through other people.
Okay, sure. You know the name Solovark, you know what pier it is, and you know the name of the ship and stuff like that. So to gather information here, you probably have advantage, right? Because like you can ask some pretty pointed questions to people. Are you just gonna ask, like, do you also have a contact here in the city that like you want to use here, or do you, or do you think you're kind of just listening around and just.
Korruk's gonna listen around. He doesn't have any. I wouldn't think he'd have contacts in like the docks or like the ships.
Sure.
He centers mostly around like fighting.
Okay. Yeah. So then it's just gonna be rolling with advantage here. Yeah. If you knew somebody and like that, you might not even have to roll considering everything. But because you don't have a contact. Yeah. Let's roll with persuasion with advantage as you're kind of gathering information, listening. An 8. Sweet. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah. What was the name of the bar that you went to?
Do you guys want to know my favorite name for anything? We can't come
Yeah.
up. The Misty Bush. You're welcome.
Do you want the Misty Bush, or do you have a better one?
Yeah.
Anything's better than that. All right.
You're not wrong.
You're cool. You're not allowed to go back. You get kicked out of the Misty Bush. You're not allowed back. So your night doesn't go too great. Yeah, I think what happens is that you beat the little, like, you go to the Misty Bush and you look around and there's like a portrait of like a previous gladiator fighter that you fought, and you like really like embarrass them, and you're just like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, they all kind of know you, and you're like, this is the wrong place. Cut to the outside of the bars that you're leaving in a fuss.
Yep.
That sucks. Even with advantage. No. So you're striking out on as far as getting into the crew here. But I guess not to leave you guys with like nothing here. You get the impression that the crew is pretty tight knit. That this operation is pretty close, like, and kind of well run. It's not going to be very lackadaisical. There's a sort of methodology to what's going on here. The criminality here is pretty organized. It's not necessarily a someone pulling a fast one. Is what you kind of can get from this, right? Based on the level of security and. So what'd you guys like to do? The ship, you know that the ship's moored in the harbor, like 150 feet offshore. You know that it's run by a nasty, buggish man by the name of Solovark. You know that there's some sort of like criminal activity going on here. You saw them loading animals there. What's the plan to get on this ship? What do you guys want to do?
I think Finny would just automatically assume that like Daiquain could get them on it. Listen.
Did you come with me with that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think Daycon would have said to you, I was so close to getting on. I was a foot away, but then I saw the leader come down, and he had a picture of my face. So I had to get out of there right quick. Like he would have known me. Apparently, I'm too well known to be going there.
I'd never heard of you before, though.
I mean, most people don't really know me who you read lots of books, right?
Well, I mean, if you're not in a book, then how well known can you be?
There's word of mouth, There's the common knowledge amongst the people.
Well, once you're in a book, you've really made it.
Right.
Argue with that.
Burn your books. Anyway. Let me just have a sip in my room. Well, so I wanted to ask, could I tell, since I saw the guy who seems to be in charge, and I seem to kind of know what's going around, could I tell if, like, what crew they're part of? Not like what, like, but like, since you said there are a number of like thief guilds around and things like that, and they were looking for people who are like part of the Jade crew. Can I tell what kind of crew they're part of?
Yeah, this crew. This crew is, as far as you can tell, they're unaffiliated.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, if you wanted to like dig around, and you might be able to look up like, hey, who's Vark running with? You might be able to know a little more.
Yeah, I think I ask Fiona, and I just say, well, you seem to know a lot about the books and what's going on here, and I'm guessing some of them would have, some publications might have the ins and outs of the criminal activity going on, just through history in this place. Would you have known any recent events going on?
Right.
So I'm basically asking like for help and stuff.
Sure. Persuade again, because I think this might set the scene of like where, because like where are you asking them at this point? Like, have you went back to them at the docks at the same place?
I'm asking Katy.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Would I know that? Could I roll for that?
To know, that's probably not like something you would know.
I don't know if that'd be in a book. Yeah,
that's not in a book though. That's what I'm saying, right? Like based on what you're doing. Yeah, this is literally the epitome of
that would be
Streetwise.
more. I thought that would be more like Daiquain and Korruk hearing it out in the streets knowledge, not like tavern knowledge, not her kind of knowledge.
Okay. Then I suppose I would have known that. Then I probably would have asked them for May. Then I would ask Korruk if you know anyone who may have been picked up from the fights in this new crew. Scouted.
Yeah. Would I do I roll?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a this might just be because you're not really persuading anybody, you're trying to recall. This is maybe it's just like a charisma check, trained, because you know it's your background. You're like just like a proficient charisma check. Not necessarily diplomacy, but it's or persuasion, but it's something akin to it. Okay, yeah, natural 20. You do. So you know that Vark, I know exactly how you know this. Vark used to be in the Coliseum, but he got kicked out. Or he left on his own, said that he had a better way to make it big. And you remember seeing that he was getting a tattoo of a lotus. And because you got a 20, what that means is he's part of a crew called the Lotus Dragons, or trying to that is sort of the big one. Call back to the wall of text that I mentioned at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I tell I say we should check out the Lotus Dragons.
So the Lotus Dragons. Haven't really heard much about them. Although they were looking for some of the people in the Jade crew. So perhaps they don't really like each other.
Perhaps.
Mhm.
They are the big gang around here right now.
Hmm. Do you tell us about like the contact, like the old like arena fighter guy? I would say to them, maybe if you know this person, we can have a chat with him, see what he knows. Maybe if you have some pull, you can even sneak us in if the money's right.
Yeah, let's go talk to the guy.
Okay. Just to be clear, you gonna go talk to Vark? Or what?
To Vark.
That was my intention, yeah, to see, because if he's freshly new, maybe he'll have more loose lips about the crew.
So if you're gonna try to talk to him, you're gonna have to try to catch him at a time when he's actually like on shore, because right now he's sort of directing everything on the Blue Nixie, right?
Oh, he's on there. Shit. Okay.
Right. He was. Vark is the guy we saw with the earring and the short hair. With the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was the guy who was in it.
Yeah. He's sort of managing. He's basically being the Isabel right now for this little operation.
I see.
Like he is sort of running this whole little shindig here.
And the Blue Nixie is docked, right?
Moored, which means
Moored,
it's
okay.
it's anchored offshore.
I got you. Yeah. I thought it was docked, but yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, but it has been
supposed
moved.
to be docked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. No problem. I have no problem you guys being like, hold on, what was the detail? Like, what was going on? Like, can you tell me again what we know? Like, I have no problem with that stuff at all.
We could take a boat out there, perhaps. We really want to speak to him.
Well, I feel like if we're getting a boat out there, we might as well just sneak on.
I mean, okay. Is that how we want to do this?
I mean, if we get a boat and get on the ship, and no one's supposed to be on the ship, they're gonna be irate.
But we are just going to have a conversation, right? And that is the intention. You're the one that said sneak on, not me.
Well, tell me, Vinny, how many books have you read about pirates and?
I mean, a lot. Boats make me sick, so I don't particularly get on them myself unless I have to. So I like to read the stories. I've read a lot. I know what pirates do. I don't really want to be one.
Well, no, that's fine. But in those stories where this kind of scenario might come up, what normally happens in those books?
I mean, the books are fake. They're not real. I didn't know that might happen in one day in my real life.
Well, we'll see. If we're really quiet, then it won't happen.
I don't
think of all the books you can buy.
Okay. Yeah.
I hand you like a flask of like rum.
She takes a sip and just.
Okay. Great, I love it. Pirates are fake, right?
Nothing. Stories.
Yeah, I think she would like totally. If that's what you guys want to take a boat. out to the big boat?
Yeah. Totally.
Let's
Is
do
that
it.
the plan?
This is a plan that will work.
I mean, do
Maybe
you
at
want
night.
right? Are you doing it like in terms? You want to like infiltrate this boat, or do you want to like try to like sneak into it, or are you going to go like around now? It's probably getting to be dusk. The sun's just beginning to set underneath the mountain, so it's sort of like getting that nice, so like hazy twilight, liminal time of the day. Like it's getting to be about that part. What do you guys want to do? Are you going to try to be there? Like, are you going to try to like sneak on board? Are you going to try to lie your way on board? What's the plan?
My personal vote is to sneak on at night, since I already like tried to. They already know my face. That's my plan, at least. Just in case someone else has another idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, that works for me. That's okay with you.
For booking heads. Nice.
Okay. So you all want to sneak in on a night?
Yep, sure.
Cool. So then, what we're gonna do here is who has the lowest stealth? What's everyone's stealth thing? So what's gonna happen is you're gonna roll as a group. So rather than everybody roll stealth, one person's gonna roll. The lowest person of this group is going to roll, but they're going to have advantage because you're getting helped, right? You're only as good as your least stealthy person.
That's true.
So maybe I shouldn't have backed up this idea. I have a 0 modifier.
Oh, that's good though. That's good. It's not
I guess
negative.
not negative. What about you, Korruk? What's yours?
Mine's a 1. You got me.
Oh God. Okay, I'll roll that. What about you?
I got a
Nick?
5.
Oh my God.
I'm a pirate, yo.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You do have you do start the game with
Advantage.
inspiration too.
Okay.
Right?
Oh,
Just so if this goes wrong, remember, sorry, everybody starts the game with inspiration.
Okay,
Keeping that secret error.
Yeah. That will change in the future.
I mean, a 16 isn't bad.
A 16 is not bad. So you guys are going at night, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. That's not too bad then. Let me just throw some stuff
Just
on
a
the map.
couple of little splashes.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Let me just,
Yeah,
I'll throw
you
some
throw
stuff up here on the
Boats make me
map to help
sick.
out everybody. Yeah, bye for a second.
Have some more rum.
I
We're up on the
think
boat on the way out.
Yeah.
I think maybe as luck would have it, I think at night a gentle fog rolls in to assist you. I think is might be one of the reasons.
Oh,
why.
benevolent GM.
No, it's kind of why that's if you didn't roll a 16, there would be a fog. I'm saying. That make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. All right, I'll move you over to the map.
So this would have been eyes everywhere.
You zoom out. All right, so you get your boat. You guys are getting ready to sneak on board. From here, you can hear the sounds of 3 men aboard, like basically just discussing about how they can't wait for this night to be over. When this is all done, they're gonna, like how they're gonna spend their money after they meet up with somebody. Ostensibly, they're getting ready to ship stuff out somewhere, right? They're loading things up. You can hear the sounds of cages. There's definitely more people underneath, and animals under the boat, like in the hull of the boat, right? Like the boat is definitely full. Like the way it's like you can see like the normal like weightiness of the boat, from here. But yeah, there's a nice gentle fog coming in as you guys are approaching. You don't need to do an additional roll if you guys want to, like, say, move your boat up to like where the rigging is to the side and begin to try to climb up. Like that's an option if you want. Or just tell me what to do, because right now you're in a very like good controlled position as you guys are making your approach to this boat. If you rather approach it from the back or whatever, that's fine too. I just threw it together on the map. That doesn't necessarily reflect where you're at.
Okay.
You guys, with that roll, you guys are in a pretty good spot. You could tactically, assert yourself wherever you want. As you approach the ship, But just let me know how you guys want to do this.
I would say like climb up from the side, right? I don't know.
Oh, so we're just going all out then.
Like you're just splinter selling this.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's not bad.
I
Right?
think if Daiquain suggests that, Finny will just be like, how about the two strongest, you two, clearly, go up top, and I just peek around on the bottom for the ring.
Okay. I mean, there's most likely going to be more people below, but okay.
I mean, how many people are supposed to be on this ship if it's moored? Do we know how many people would be on this ship, Eric?
You don't know how many crew members would be on a ship, but you know it'd be somewhere between 6 and 12. Like for a ship this size, that's about the size of a crew you would expect.
Okay.
Whether they're actually a full crew or not, you have no idea, right?
Okay. I mean, I feel like I could just sneak around and pretend I'm lost. That face, Josh, stop!
Okay. Let's just role play that a minute. So you're lost on a boat that's moored out to sea.
Uh-huh.
How'd you get there?
I was here all along.
Ah, I see. And I just give you a look, like correct, like oh my god.
Not convinced.
Not at all.
Listen, I just want to find this ring and get it back to Lavinia, and preferably without anyone getting hurt.
Yes, I wouldn't suggest Korruk sneaking up the side and pulling that guy down into the water. I would not suggest that at all.
Oh no.
I'm just looking at you, Korruk, like
Korruk is like hands like on the rigging, like ready to go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
to the heart of the group. Kidding.
Yeah. So do you guys want to? Is the plan really to go up there and is it following what Josh has said or what Demcie said?
Yeah. I think Finny would follow what they're saying.
Okay. Demcie, you're the first up the boat, right? So we see Korruk already scaling the ledge here. I think so as you guys are doing it, the guards have not noticed you yet as you begin climbing. You test a couple of the rungs and stuff. You hear them kind of like you know what I mean, like as ropes kind of move and stuff. So there's a chance of you being detected. So you might have to be stealthy, or you might just be like, screw stealth. I'm just gonna like quickly climb this thing and just take them by quick, like basically just I know I'm gonna be heard, but if I can rush you, it's kind of the same as not being heard, right? So I'm gonna leave it up to you in that way. Like I want you guys to tell me what you're gonna do. But right now, based on like where you can see up the ship, all you can see is there's like a lantern light, kind of like looking around kind of thing, and you just hear like, Christ, I can't see shit, or like I can't see crap anywhere, it's like, oh, it's and then and from this side of the level you can hear the sounds of like underneath the deck you hear a little bit of like the like cries of monkeys. You also hear the sounds of like some other cries of animals you don't quite know. You can snakes cry? And then you also hear the sounds of some like some strange like you're not even sure, and you hear like the snapping of mandibles, like, and that definitely sends a chill down your spine. Like there is something on this ship that is not cool, right? That you never heard that scream before. That is not from here. That is not what you want to hear. Right? It sounds like the hiss or squeal of like a giant spider, like that kind of thing. Like think of like what if this was Lord of the Rings, Shabab you have to kind of click. But anyways, what's the plan? You don't have to worry about that. That's below deck. You're going above deck. I have no problems. What are you doing?
Yeah, Finnian, that's your problem.
No, I'm not going below deck anymore. You talked me out of it.
So do you think Korruk's going to be like stealthily climbing this thing and avoiding being detected, or do you think Korruk's might like rush up here and try to throw that guy off before he has a chance to say anything? So basically, like kind of like just speed it, like just like with your might, just kind of beat his chance of hearing you and get rid of it before it's a chance, or something else. What do you do?
I think Korruk is gonna.
It's like,
Korruk would be the one to like. He's gonna try and rush up as fast as he can and throw him off.
okay, cool. So then give me an athletics check here. I think you're used to trying to be quick and get up here. Yeah. Are you? Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. So strength athletics. Let's see what you get. That's a natural one. You want to use your inspiration.
Let me just
or not. I know you're supposed to declare inspiration before you roll. But this is, it's our first time playing together, and sometimes we're not necessarily up to speed, so I totally allow a mulligan for if you want to spend inspiration.
Yeah, can I spend my inspiration, please?
Yeah, you may. All right, cool. And that is the only mulligan you'll get this whole campaign. So if anyone thinks I'm a soft baby GM, I'm only soft baby GM at the start. Okay. So 17's super good enough. You totally can you climb up, position your stuff yourself as you want as you climb up the little rigging that's kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to try to pull this guy off the boat. He's like looking, he's kind of there, and what do you do? Do you stab? Do you like run him through so he can't talk? Do you just like break his neck, or like what do you like? You're gonna have to make some sort of roll here, and whether like it's like a grapple or like to push him off, it might be athletics, or it might be a combat roll, right?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanna. I'm gonna use my my fists, my God-given weapons. He's gonna. He's just gonna try and can I try and break his neck?
Yeah, totally. Just making an unarmed attack roll against the guy.
Okay. How do I do that on here?
I mean, you could just roll your. It's the same as your sword, right? So you just roll your sword attack roll. Just ignore the damage. You should also rolling at advantage because you have 19 is more than enough to hit him. Cool. So it's a 19. Yeah. No, you're able to basically knock him out, and he goes off the ship. In fact, if you guys want, he could either plunge into the water or like Daiquain or Finny. They could be there to like catch them, so like they don't make a sound. Like this is kind of planned. If you want, it's up to like or something else. Like whatever you guys.
Yeah, do you guys want to catch this pirate?
Yeah, we can catch him.
Yeah.
We'll catch him. We'll work together.
I don't like how this is going. I'm very weak. I'm a weak boy.
Yeah. If I was roboting, it's definitely Discord. Yeah, so you ever need me to repeat anything, let me know if I am roboting in Discord. So
yeah, no worries, man.
Okay.
So you have to do anything to catch the guy?
No, not at all. Right, this is all part of the plan. You guys are somewhat proficient. You catch the guy. He's out cold, right? Just plop him down on the ship.
Can I look through his? Can I be a little raccoon and look through his pocket?
Yeah, totally. He has He has a dagger. What'd you do with the lantern, Korruk? Like the guy was holding a lantern. Do you think you would have kept it and set it down, or would you have knocked the lantern over too?
Turn.
You would have knocked over the lantern?
No, he's holding it. Like so
Okay.
it's like still giving off the light so that the light just didn't
Yeah.
go out.
Totally. Okay, cool. So Finny, there's no lantern on him. But there is definitely a I mean, he still has his sword like stashed in his belt.
Yeah, I'm looking for, if this helps you, I'm looking for like coin, and I'm also looking for like keys, like any kind of orders on a note, something like that,
Yeah, totally. You find a little scrunched up piece of paper on him, and you take it out. It's been kind of folded, but scrunched.
You're roboting again. I didn't hear any of that.
Sorry, no
Sorry.
problem. You find a scrunched up piece of paper.
Okay.
I'm gonna just rejoin the call.
Okay.
Okay. You find a scrunched up piece of paper,
Okay.
and on it are the names and a quick little sketch of all of the Jade Ravens of people to be on the lookout for.
Okay.
See, this is clearly like really the people you're supposed to keep an eye out for kind of list.
Okay.
You also find a dagger, and yeah, you find a little change purse. There's about like if you open it, you find like a half dozen copper pieces.
Okay. I just look
Enough
over
for a
at
bite to eat.
I look over at Daiquain because he's still in the boat with me, and this is the night. These are Jade Raven members. I don't think they expect us, but they sure expect Jade Raven members.
Hey, that's what I was telling you before. That was one of the pieces of paper that had, I guess he must have lost the one that had my big face on it.
Uh-huh. If you say so.
Like there was like 1,000 gold pieces wanted.
Yet you're still not in a book.
I mean, did you read this in the book?
I've read a lot of books. Maybe one day you'll be in one. I think Finny's gonna start trying to climb up onto the boat.
Sure. Cool. It doesn't take a check to do this right now because the guard that would probably hear you is currently incapacitated on your boat.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Got knocked. I don't know. Got knocked out. It's one of those things where you're not sure. He got smashed in the head by Korruk. Korruk, would you have done lethal damage? It's totally cool if you did. No problem.
Done lethal damage.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, he's not looking great.
Okay. When Vinny climbs up, I just look towards her as she's climbing up, and just slowly dip the guy in the water.
Yeah.
I just let him sink away.
Yep, totally.
No more bubbles.
And then I climb up.
Okay. So bodies don't really sink, right? Necessarily. Okay. Then all right. So Finny, you can totally climb up there. But as you're climbing, then I'm going to make a quick little perception check to see if they see anything in the water.
That's fine. I was gonna say 100% though.
anything.
I'm hiding behind Korruk because Korruk is big and I'm not an idiot.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm standing behind Korruk.
Just to give you guys an idea, this isn't like it takes you 6 seconds to climb this thing. I imagine this is like the 30 seconds or so. Like this is like the as much time as it takes to be appropriate to get up there and get positioned. So in that sort of nebulous time frame of this round, I think after you get up there, then I think there's a chance they might see the body, unless you waited down or something. Like, I want to say this is a dumb decision, but like this is. You're muted.
You're muted, Josh.
Yeah, like I wouldn't push it back towards the boat. I would have pushed it like away, like further out to sea. And plus it's dark
Oh.
as well. So like I probably or I probably would have like just gotten some water,
Mhm.
and just like maybe just like around him, because I have shape water. Maybe it's no, I wouldn't have done that.
No, that would have.
Yeah, yeah, I probably just would have like just thrown him like away from the boat, like further out to sea, not like out
Okay.
so they could see it, but like
Right.
because it's like a dead
Cool.
body in the dark,
Mhm.
like in water.
Right, but they are like looking around in the water to try to see you guys, and now you have done stuff for the stealth check to remain hidden, but this thing has the body hasn't made a stealth check. But
Yeah,
I think pushing it out. No, I think pushing it out that way, you're fine right now.
Okay.
That's cool. Thanks
Push
for
it
clarifying
into the
that.
fog.
Right.
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it goes into the fog exactly. So you're okay right now. Are you
And then
also?
I climb up?
Yeah, cool. You climb up. Yep, cool. So these two on the back part of the deck here, the raised platform. If you could, you guys see how it goes up. What do you call it? It's called the aft deck or like the poop deck or whatever. They're sitting there. They're probably together, just like kind of hanging out because they don't like, really expect anything. Each of them is holding a lantern that's like down next to them. Their feet are kind of dangling through the railings there. There's a crossbow. Each of them next to them. They're just shooting the shit. They're just talking about what they want to do with their money. They're saying that. No, you know what it is? It's not just they're talking about what they're going to do with their money. They're actually having a pretty serious religious debate with one another about the merits of whether or not Kord and Weejas, two of the major older historical churches of the city here, deserve to have their places after sort of like folding in with the tyrants, the Anarchian tyrants of old, and it's kind of like keeping them in power and being like, no, they should be punished. We should those churches shouldn't be around. And that someone else is like, yeah, but it's our history, man. Like, I'm not sure we should be doing that kind of stuff. And like, like the gods can hear us. That's kind of weird to be like, tear down your temples. That's, I don't know. He's like, yeah, but it's not right. It's not right what they did. So anyways, what do you guys do?
So, are we going to just throw them overboard too?
Why not?
I mean, it's your prerogative. I'm not helping or hindering.
I mean, there's like a staircase right there. We could just sneak down.
I'm fine. Following the leader here.
Mm-hmm. You guys want to try to sneak down there?
Yeah, because the ring's where again? Sorry, did she say it was
on the ship?
We don't know. Okay, nice.
On the ship, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's all you got.
First part done.
Yeah. So you're on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If the three of you want to sneak on the ship, though, that will be a new test because the ship is not a boat covered in fog, right?
Oh.
The ship creaks. There's cries of animals. There's chances like of you hearing, like someone looking at it being like, "Well, someone just shut up that like monkey or whatever," right? Like you guys can hear the sounds of various birds of paradise. Again, right? Like kind of doing like whimperings. Like you're basically like in a pet store. The way this boat smells. Like there are clearly a bunch of animals on this boat.
What if it's in the captain's quarters? Isn't that where someone would keep a signet ring? Would that be like stereotypically up here with and behind a big door? We're looking right at it.
No. So the way. So I mean, you read books, so I'm going to say that you ostensibly would know the general layout of a ship in the same way that anyone in the world kind of generally knows the layout of a car, right? Boats work like this. Yeah, the captain's quarter will probably be either one level below deck, but it's usually in the back of the ship, the aft. So it's kind of like under this.
Yeah,
it's kind of where it would be. It's typically where they go. The rest of everyone's lodging is kind of the front of the ship. And then the very, very bottom, the ballast and stuff like that is for all the storage of everything. There might be storage in the middle deck too, but that's typically how a ship like this works.
maybe we should check out the captain's quarters first.
That's a good idea. I
Then,
agree.
then let's very carefully do that.
Lead the way.
Yeah, okay. Finny will carefully walk out ahead of Daiquain and Korruk and begin to go down these stairs. And I guess I need to roll stealth, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So hey,
I don't think you have an advantage here, but this is for the whole group because of, like I described, you're on a boat. It's kind of tipsy-toppy. You've already described you don't like boats. It's creaky. There's animal sounds that kind of give you, so it's kind of like a wash in terms of things of being detected or not, rather than a normal roll. So just give me or advantaged. So that
if it's okay,
yeah.
If it's okay with you, because some I know some DMs do it different. I don't know how. Would it be cool if I cast guidance on myself? Because it is one willing creature. I'm a willing creature.
That won't help. Not in this case. If it was just you sneaking, yes. But because it's a group.
Oh, am I doing it for everybody? Oh, I missed that part.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I was doing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't matter. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. That's why we talk these things out.
Praise the Lord. Praise His
Right. Cool. So I think what happens is like the guy's like, all right, look, I'm gonna go check on Mark, and as you're getting ready to sneak over there, you guys are doing the Scooby-Doo tiptoe like do kind of thing. And you guys get lit up by the guy grabbing the lantern. He doesn't have his crossbow, right? Because he's like getting ready to go hang over there and like, yo, Mark, what do you think about what? And like Cece that catches the three of you, bright as day, above the hold.
I don't know where I am.
Wow, there's literally 3 people right there. We're gonna roll initiative.
God damn it!
Because
is this a library?
This isn't a library.
It's funny.
That is really good.
Select
your token and roll initiative so it gets added to the turn order.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Now we're
nice. Okay.
Oh, that was a worse initiative. Great.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm lost. I just came out of nowhere.
I was in a library a minute ago.
I opened a book, and now they say books are pages to new worlds.
Pro, you didn't. I'll add you to their order, but you didn't. I don't think you selected your token.
I did.
Roll 20 says you didn't, but Roll 20 is a notorious liar. So
yeah, I might have clicked off.
Something you would know about as well. Okay. It's cool. So top of the order, Korruk. This is the first round. Korruk, you have a chance to act. What do you do?
Korruk, shoot at the guy with his crossbow because he can't get there right away.
Sure. The closest one, or the one that's still sitting down over here.
The closest one, the one that saw us.
Check. Cool. Yep, the one with the light on you. Totally. So you quickly hang the lantern like there, lights shining on him or something. Crossbow goes. That's a hit for sure. Click the crossbow for damage. If you click in the roll 20 roll like crossbow, it should create the damage roll for it. What I was trying to say before. Hey, nice. Cool. Yeah, he's shot, but he's not down. I think he's kind of like surprised. I think you get him like in the shoulder with the light, and he's like, ah! As he goes, well, he shot me, and cool. The bandit's going to drop the lantern and call out to his friend, Sad, come on, and he's going to run over here, pick up the crossbow. I guess he has to pick up his crossbow and load it. So that's all he can do. I think Sed is actually going to take that loaded crossbow from his friend and then shoot it. I think he's going to shoot it at probably going to return fire, right? He's going to probably return fire at Korruk. Because you're the one with the range. None of you have ranged weapons out, right?
No, I don't.
I'm
Right.
the only one.
Pro, you're muted. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I would have a light crossbow out.
Right. Okay, never mind. Then I'm gonna roll a d2 and see which one you target. Okay, nope, I was right. So he's not gonna target Daiquain. He's gonna target Korruk. So I'm gonna make it a quick little crossbow roll. He yanks. So the other guy, so his friend yanks loads the crossbow. The other one's like, give me that, and shoots. Load the other one, and an 11 is probably not good enough because you also would have +2 to your AC because you're covered by a person in front of you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and it doesn't hit anyway. My armor is 14.
Right. Well, that was at Korruk, not you.
Oh, Korruk, I'm so sorry.
It was no problem. Yep. So that was a miss. So let's see. He took the action. He took the action of that one. He's going to hand the other crossbow. He's going to hand the crossbow up back to his friend. He also is going to like holler down below and be like, guys, it's not the Ravens, but someone's here, you know, and like you kind of hear some stirs. And you start hearing like, what? And you start hearing people's like pants jostle around, and like people are clearly getting ready to like grab stuff to come up to you, right? Who are like taking a break. They're not ready or on duty right now. You hear several voices, not like an army, right? But there's definitely more than 3.
Shit.
Right? And
maybe it's the
does
crew.
and they begin to load another crossbow. And that's their turn here. Daiquain. What is thou bidding?
Daiquan's he's gonna see the guy loading the crossbows, and he's just gonna be like, "Oh shit! Well, whatever," and he's just gonna like shoot.
Sure. Which one?
The one that was loading the crossbows, the one that Korruk shot. So the one,
right, the same one. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the one that was wounded.
Yeah. Cool. That sounded painful.
18.
Oh yeah, that's definitely hit. That was a better shot than Korruk. 4.
And a 4.
Peppered again, but not down. He's not liking this at all.
Yeah, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
run over here so we're not all in one space in a line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can go there. That's my turn.
Ben, what do you do?
Yeah. Finny is going to use the right cursor first and go up to these stairs. And then shoot this one right here.
The wounded one?
Yes, I'm trying to. Oh, I have to actually hit the right.
Yeah, the wound.
Yeah.
Or Sed. Okay, yeah.
This
okay.
one right here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it is Sed, the first one.
If I can get to the right selection tool.
No problem.
With Sacred Flame.
All right.
So dexterity save or 7 radiant damage.
What's the DC? Oh, DC 12. It's right there. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Roll20.
Thanks, Roll20.
I fail.
Yeah, so she just like closes her eyes and you just hear, Istis, be with me. And just puts her hands out and you just see this little bit of flame come from her fingertips and just bore into him.
Oh, he screams as the radiant flames sear him. Just like any normal human being would, because that's terrifying.
Should, yeah.
Yeah. And then top of the order, Korruk.
Okay. Korruk is going to right here. Upstairs. That he's already shot.
Mm-hmm. So it would take a move action to load, I think, right? Or no, is it a heavy crossbow?
The light crossbow.
Oh, never mind. A 9 is not going to be enough. I think your shot hits the banister, you know?
Yeah.
Sticks right in there, cracks, begins to splinter the wood a little bit. Cool. All right, bandit's turn. Let's see here. Let me get my ruler out. Cool. So they can. Okay, cool. So I can do 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to crouch in a corner, hiding, getting shot. This one's actually going to unarmed. He's basically going to drop the crossbow and charge Finnian.
I'm a lady, excuse you. Literally yelling that as he comes toward her.
and try to grab you. Athletics.
Oh
no. So this is going to be a you can resist with either athletics or acrobatics.
Either way. Is it just a contested roll?
Yeah, it's contested roll. See if it happens.
Saving throw?
No, it's a skill check.
Oh, it's a skill check? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to use my inspiration. Oh, thank God.
Oh, so he tries to grab you, and you duck under his legs, or you know what I mean? What does it look like? How does he not grab you?
He goes to grab me, and I'm just like, I'm a lady, leave me alone. And he goes to like ducks underneath his legs and like slides out, and even sort of like bumps back into him to push him. It lets him stumble a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, he's like smoldering and like distracted from the burn. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And so you just sneak by. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, cool. That's totally what she does. She's completely offended too. She's like, "How dare you?"
Oh yeah. Cool. And then but we're not alone. We're not done here.
Of course not.
And there's going to be 2 more right now coming up. That's the wrong layer. This one I'm also going to mark here. He's not up yet. Like he can't attack. He's coming up the stairs. So I'm going to mark him with a net because there's like that stuff sitting on top of him, right? That grate kind of thing above the stairs, right? So he's not up yet. Only one can go because he's stuck on the stairs and he can't get out of here because Korruk's kind of in the way. So I think he charges up the stairs and it's going to attack Korruk, right? Because you're right there, and it's like that every single pirate ship fight scene ever of someone charging up the stairs ready to attack you, and you're ready to meet him. But you do have your crossbow out. So let's see. So he's going to attack with his scimitar. 22 is probably enough.
That'll hit.
Why didn't it do 3? Cool. So it hits you for 5 damage. Do you guys? I'm gonna do average damage if you don't mind.
That's fine with me.
Rather than rolling for damage. Yeah. So he comes up there. He grabs you for 5 damage. Slashing.
It's like a chunk.
Yeah. All right. Does that give you more than half or so? Typically, like if you're not under half health. Typically, if something hits you like that, I usually describe the first parts as either a minor cut or something like that, or really just like fate or like your stamina is kind of giving out a little bit. You're a little bit more sluggish, or like your luck is running out, right? Like oh, if that was there's no way I'm gonna be able to dodge a good strike like that again. So sometimes I describe like misses as also hits in a way. So if you want to, like, you can describe yourself as you get hit, because some people don't care if they're like shot with like a gajillion arrows, like a pincushion, or some people do. I leave it up to how you guys want to describe stuff.
I'm still over half, so Korruk's gonna take it. like a good old half orc.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so a little cut. All right. Cool. The other one can't get out yet, and is like calling to be like, "Move, you big oaf!" And then but you hear him call back and be like, "Vark, we need you." 3 of them. And then goes to Daiquain.
Yeah, I think Daiquan seeing this, he's just gonna be looking at like Vinny, just being like, "What the hell was come from you? It doesn't matter, man. I'm talk about it later." Burning hands and all that. Books my ass.
Hey, if
and,
you read enough, maybe you'll get some help.
I love you guys. Right.
Yeah, he's going to see. Yeah, I think he's just gonna shoot a crossbow at the guy engaged with Vin.
Okay.
So he's gonna shoot a crossbow at them.
Sure. Shooting into melee, he has a cover bonus, even though like it's not like he's in the way, but like people are there. It's not one thing. You guys are fighting.
They're moving.
So,
yeah.
Right, so just so you know, so firing into melee, there's not like a chance of hitting him. It's just that to shoot, he has +2 cover. This works for you too, though. It works both ways.
Okay, no worries.
Right.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Not great.
No.
I think it's one of those things where you just don't take the shot. There's no good shot.
Yeah. It's like, maybe I could just shoot the gift. No, I.
God damn.
I debate it for a second.
Done
like,
nothing
shoot,
wrong. Leave her alone.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move back. About here.
Sure. And load up another crossbow.
Yeah, it's like crossbow. Can I see down like from this, like from those crates?
You totally can.
Okay.
That leads down. This goes through where you're looking. It actually you can see that there's like obviously the second level down here, but you can see even below into the hull where there's definitely like some lanterns set up, and you can see sort of like the shadows of crates. And there's something, and in fact, you're kind of like right above. You see the big one, like the big crate with the weird clitter clattering underneath it, and it's big. It's about the size of like a donkey, and you're not really sure what it is because it's shadowy and dark. It's not a spider.
Okay. Creepy. That's my turn.
Yeah. Sure, totally. Ben.
Yeah, so the guy in front of me, I just like, don't mess with ladies. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
For 12.
15.
Ah, damn it. He made it.
Made it.
Yeah, I think you just hear like these bells begin to toll, but then they fade out. And I'm going to use my movement. Can I since I like technically slid through his legs and like got out of his hold, can I move a little bit?
Yeah, you're not entangled or anything like that, right?
Okay, awesome.
But this is the if you want to move out of threatened stuff,
Oh,
there's that.
yeah, I'll
thing,
get an
right?
attack of opportunity. Yeah.
He would have to attack you. He couldn't grab you for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it grapple an attack? I'm not a doctor. Actually, I think it is. It's an attack action.
It's fine. I'm going to move to the other side of the ship anyway.
Okay.
He'll still get an attack of opportunity though, right? Because we're
Yeah.
engaged in combat.
Yeah, he's going to try to hit you. Yeah.
I'm just going to stay where I am then.
Right.
Leave me alone. I'm just going to stay there. That's my turn.
Sure. Work. Back to you. What do you do? Finn needs help. You got 2 people coming up these stairs, possibly more. What do you do?
Can I take my greatsword and attack the person in front of me?
Yeah, totally. You drop. So like, we see. Yeah, right. We see the scimitar come down. You get hit a little bit. You throw the crossbow away. You grab your sword, right? Because you have to drop it as a free action because to put something away is annoying. So yeah, you right. So yeah, you let it fall. You grab your sword. Do you keep your sword like on your back or your side or like?
Keeps it on his back.
Cool. Yeah. Badass. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Korruk draws a sword. Oh yeah, you're looking good. That's good.
Okay.
You strike true. Damage.
There we go.
Balls. Cool. So one little slash,
Nice.
you cut them down in one blow. What does that look like?
So he takes out his sword and he kind of wields it like a baseball bat, and then he like just um in one blow.
Oh yeah, awesome. Well, that's the first one that falls down. That fell in combat.
That poor guy just arrived. I'm here. Ugh.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to do? Did you want to move or?
Um
They're down. You don't. There's no attack of opportunities or anything like that. You're not threatened by anybody.
am I able to I run and replace Finn at all?
No, you can't share the same space as Finn.
Yeah.
And you can't end your movement in the same spot as Finn. You could run by them, sort of like bully this guy and show up here. Like you kind of do that, right? Because that would essentially be moving through Finn's space and going diagonal to that square. That's a valid movement, and that's what it would kind of look like.
Mm.
So that's totally cool.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. So Korruk rushes up the stairs, sword out. Yeah, this guy's not liking that. Cool. And that's your turn, right? I need to make another. I'm gonna make a quick wisdom save for the bandits. I call them bandits, but they're hired thugs. Cool. This one saw you cut down the other guy, right? And it's kind of like, and he's currently unarmed, and you see the sword there, and so he immediately begins to throw his hands up, right? Like he's like, I pay, like I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do this shit at all, right? This other one here that's been cowering that's unarmed as well. Also, it's like, me too. I'm done. And then you hear a curse from below as you hear people surrounding and being like, up there, maggots, let's go. And so Salarvark's gonna try to like cajole the people around him to sort of like to fight, not necessarily these other two that are up here. They're basically surrendering right now, so they're not gonna take any actions. But Solar here is gonna make a sort of like morale. I'm just gonna roll it straight. I can't find a sheet at the moment. So basically like a charisma check, right?
Yeah.
Just see what happens. Oh yeah. Oh cool. So he gets the other people up. He's like, come on, up, let's go. And one, and I have a couple more on the other layers to stand by. Oh, still on the wrong layer.
Oh my god, that roll just came through for me at least.
Yeah,
Same.
Wow. Wow, roll 20.
Okay, roll 20. I see you. All right.
I knew you were talking shit, Eric.
Yeah. So 3 more scimitar wielding soldiers come up here. As well, at last coming up, with his pants half undone, shirtless, is Salarvark. Like he's like was getting changed and getting up here. And it's like, drive them off. Yeah. Let's see. To move up here, this one could theoretically attack Finnian, so they're gonna do that.
Oh. That does not hit.
Yeah, it's a miss. Cool. That's my turn. Daiquain, what do you do? All 3 more show up.
Yeah, so I'm going to start speaking then, seeing as how the rest of them can see that some of them have given up, and I'm just gonna like, if I can I try and like persuade them to like get
demoralize them?
men? Yeah, to actually get them to like rebuke and like turn tail with it.
So yeah, you could try that. Yeah, like basically play with their morale. That's
yeah.
Well, it's probably it's an intimidate, right? You're trying to tell them like it's hopeless.
I was Well, I was actually going to instead of trying to scare them together, I was just gonna like try and like reason with them and just be like kind of go on like
You don't have to
more
do
of my
this.
tales. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna be saying, hey, your boss is just gonna get you killed for a bunch of gold you won't be able to spend. You've all heard of me. I'm Black Sail. And this ship ain't nothing like the burning one I escaped from. And there were 2 Krakens that time.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. So your difficulty to for this to work will be you have to beat a 17, right?
Okay.
If Finnian
'Cause
yells
that's what-
out,
yeah.
if Finnian yells out, it's true. I read it in a book. Could he get advantage because she's helping?
No.
Come on, Eric.
They
Eric,
don't really
come
they don't
on, Eric.
they don't really care that they read in a book.
Eric, come
They
on.
can't read. They don't care about books.
You are stereotyping pirates, Eric. That's wrong. That's wrong, Eric.
Look,
You
they
don't
don't-
know
a fellow
that they can't
pirate.
read.
They have not read a pirate book.
God damn it, Eric.
But I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna use
Got it.
my advantage that I have, if I may.
Your inspiration.
Inspiration, sorry.
Okay. Remember though, hold on. Remember this is your mulligan advantage.
Yeah, but this would be a great story.
This would be a great story. I'm just saying if you want to spend that mulligan right now and say I want to use inspiration after I roll, do that right now, you can. Right? Once
Maybe
again,
I'll
the
write a
first
book
session,
about it.
that was my bad. Like remember that is the thing where as it's a new campaign, new shoes, putting on new stuff. Sometimes we forget stuff. That's cool, but that's not going to happen again. Let's go. Roll again.
I'm gonna do it. Come on. Persuasion. Where were you? Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
I do it.
Oh
I'm
my
writing a book
God, you
about
do
you.
You do.
So I'm just like, because I'm a fellow pirate, right? I'm just
Yeah.
like, come on, boys. It's been a good jaunt, but it's over. Just get some more pay and do another job tomorrow.
Quoting the great pirate Karl Marx, Adam.
Rum's on me. The rum's on me tonight.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So I think that works for them. They're like, actually, I don't really want to fight. Suller is not. Suller is definitely gonna try to cajole them again, right? But like you've persuaded the rest of the crew to be like, I mean, like they're gonna defend themselves if they're attacked, right? But they're clearly
Yeah.
like, yeah. Actually, I didn't sign up to die. I'm here to sell some pets and get paid. I don't know if you think that I was supposed to. That's not in the job. That wasn't
trying
in
to
the
put myself-
Craigslist ad. All right, that wasn't.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put
that's
myself
not-
through veterinarian school.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yeah, like
never do
not-
this.
that's not me. You know what I mean? Like they're not. Yeah, these are people. Like they don't want to. Like this is nuts. Yeah, they don't want to do that.
Okay,
I
this
mean,
is
they're
a down
literally
payment.
they're literally surrounded by a dude whose guts are hanging out from a greatsword wound. They're like, yeah, you know what? You have a lot of good points.
You
know what I mean?
actually, fuck this.
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
yeah.
So yeah, that's if that's my turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, that is your turn. To do
Yeah,
that
so
is-
like,
yeah.
all of my my party can hear this. So I'm just like, I put down my weapon. And I'm just like, yeah, come on. That's it.
Okay. You know, so you know that this roll does not persuade Sol or Vaughn,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Cool. Finn?
So that.
Yeah, I'm going to hit Solar. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to guide and bolt his ass.
Ooh,
17.
that's a pretty good roll.
Is it a hit?
Is it at advantage?
Oh, I had advantage turn. I'm sorry. 16. Sorry, I had to turn
No
on.
problem. Yep, his doesn't have a good wisdom save.
Oh no, that's just a hit. It's
Oh,
not
just a
wisdom.
hit? Oh,
Guiding
I'm sorry.
bolt, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
16.
Yeah. No, that
No,
definitely
no.
hits.
Guiding
That hits.
bolt.
Yeah,
Okay.
damage.
11 radiant damage. She just throws her hand out and this like bright ray of light comes out of her tips straight at him right in the chest.
Oof. Do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he gets like the wind knocked out of him. He's still up though.
Oh yeah. She's just like, I don't think talking's gonna convince this one. And that's her turn. Yeah.
No, he didn't like that at all though. That's a
I didn't think so.
that's a solid blow.
Yeah.
Cool. Korruk, what do you do?
Yeah. This guy that I'm standing in front of isn't going to attack now.
Yeah, he's out. He doesn't want anything to do with this.
Cool. So Korruk's gonna go back to
Mhm.
right there. And swing his greatsword
Okay.
at this guy.
Sure.
Fine.
A 9 is a miss. He ducks under the swing as it like whooshes right over his head.
That's my turn.
Okay. How is Vark gonna? Vark's gonna. I guess he's gonna try to coerce the closest one, get him to like try to fight back, right? Like, don't just stand there, and like kind of like kick him and try to get him to like one of these this guy right here to try to hit you. So he's gonna roll 20 plus 1, kind of just cajole him. What was your 24?
24, my friend.
Yeah, he doesn't work. Doesn't convince him to do it. I mean, if it was a natural 20, I might consider it differently. But nah, he can't. He's like, oh, you're useless, and then tries to attack you, Korruk, with a proper scimitar strike.
I mean, yeah, he just saw like light come from this girl's hands and like burn his friend. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't give a shit. Cool. So he basically sacrifices one of his attacks to do this. Okay. Korruk. Does a 14 hit you? Okay. Nope. You parry it. Rest of the bandits don't go. Once again, they're all sort of like there, but then you hear beneath the deck, you hear a cry, a crash. You hear a splintering of wood, and you see a small little flash of light coming from below deck, Daiquain, like right near your feet, like what a lantern would do if it fell.
I'm just like, oh shit, I'm on another burning boat.
I know this.
But I know the procedure. I just like shout out, fire below deck, you fools. Stop fucking fighting.
Yeah. And then there's an eruption of like animal squawking and cries as like, fire, and they're like, I need to get out of here, but I'm also in a cage.
Yeah. I'm going to run here. And I know there's like a little like piece of walkway that's down. Could I just like grab the side and like kind of like shimmy down like past the guy?
Not without, I mean, if you use your action to disengage, then you can do it without taking an attack of opportunity, but yeah.
Yeah, probably disengage, and I was like, "You fucking fools! There's a fire! Why am I always on fucking burning boats?"
Yeah, totally.
And I'm gonna go like run downstairs, try and find this ring.
Sure. I'm just
there's like a giant spider or some shit down there. I'm gonna run right back upstairs.
No, you come down here. I think what you'll see. You see one more crew member here who ran up the stairs here. There's smoke bellowing from here. This is definitely the captain's quarters. There's like the door right there. It's like half ajar because that's obviously where like Vark came from. But like he looks at you, sees you coming down, and he's like, his hands are up, and he's like, like he looks like he wants to get up deck too. Like he's like, this is bad. I'm out of here.
Put out the fire, you fool!
You hear everyone, even above deck, everyone hears a loud like the weird animal that you heard earlier. Only it's not in the cage, and you guys are not. And you see the look on this person's like, no. He's like, hard no. Hard no, buddy.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. It's like, no.
Do you have any movement left to get closer to the captain's quarters?
Yeah. It rips Sash in half, is what he says. And he's like running. Like, there's like literally, like, you realize that it's not smoke and soot on him, but like blood. Like he's not hurt, but his buddy, he's out of here. He's like, nope.
What the fuck were you heard? The fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nope. Cool.
Yeah,
So
if I can't move close.
You moved 5, 10. 5, 10. No, you have 20 more feet of move speed down here.
Yeah, I'll run towards the captain's quarters. Which way was it again? Sorry, I didn't see
It's
where you
literally, he's like right in front of it. This guy.
Okay,
The blood-covered guy is right in front of it. Like, here's literally the stairs going down, and then here's the captain's quarters, right? So you're going to open the captain quarters while you're down here?
Yeah,
basically,
I'm
like
gonna
just
go there.
and that's as far as you can go.
Cool. That's my turn.
Cool. Finn.
I'm going to nope, I'm not gonna do that actually. I'm going to Toll the Dead this the guy again, the
Bark.
Bark, yes. Yes, so wisdom save of 12.
Wisdom. Real bad wisdom. That's a real good spell against bandits. Never mind.
Thanks for getting my hopes up there, Eric. Yeah, just like before, you hear this bell begin to toll, but then it just, fizzles out, and she just looks at the sky and goes, "Oh my God, is this?" But she's sort of in a pickle, so she's not gonna move.
This is like, but why do?
I'm testing you.
Yeah. So that's not.
She's
It's
just
not
gonna
great.
stay there. Yeah.
Okay. Korruk.
Korruk says to Vark, "We're here for a ring, and it looks like you have much bigger problems downstairs than a ring."
Like, he has no idea what you're talking about. He has that expression to me, like, what ring?
And Korruk is gonna swing at him with his greatsword again.
Sure. You're mad. You'll never get away with this. You totally get away with this and hit him. Yeah, that's it's 11, but that's enough to take him down. Follow him 2 blows.
Great.
Cool. So we're out of initiative. There's for a moment. Everyone else on the guards, we kind of start seeing smoke billowing from the bilge below, and everyone here is being like, everyone heard that cry, and they're like, I don't want. Do you have a boat? Getting out of here.
Can I loot Vark's body?
Sure.
His loosely pulled on pants.
Yeah. The question was whether or not they're gonna stop him. They're gonna go take your boat. This is not
moored,
a.
So it.
This is moored, but your tiny boat ain't. And
I
the
know.
last, yeah. They want to get out of here.
I'm trying to think of a way around this.
Yeah.
Oh God. She's just going, quick! Stop them! Stop them! You're bigger than she is. Stop them! Do something! Do something!
Yeah, they're.
Can I try and intimidating them to make them wait?
Yeah, what do you say? That sounds like a possible option, but what do you say?
Not leaving without us. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like him. And I nod to Vark.
Okay. Yeah, intimidate him. That's a cool look. 7. Yeah. They're more afraid of what's below than they are of whatever you're saying. As
Do
like
any of them?
you're trying to say that, and then we hear another like happen, and the camera's gonna cut to Daiquain, or Daiquan. I said Daiquain. I'm doing too many things at the moment.
And I know that feeling.
Yeah.
And pretty much you like open the door to look at like what's inside the captain's quarter. You turn around, a giant mandible, like 8-legged, but not like a spider. 1 second, I'll describe it for you better.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, it's a spider-like creature about the size of a pony, skitters up from the stairs, almost like it crawls on the ceiling like a xenomorph.
Eric,
Right?
Eric, is it a Shackleton? Is it a Shackleton?
I don't know what that is, but it's called a
From
ragged.
Polaris. It's a Shackleton.
Yeah, basically, it's basically a Shackleton.
It's a Shackleton.
This creature's body is dark brown. Its pair of its
my
front legs
God.
have sort of like suckers on them, and it's using to help crawl across the ceiling. And it has giant like vertical mandibles like this, and it just bites and rips this guy to shreds.
Yeah,
right
I
in
run
front
to the
of
room
you.
and close the door. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and
sorry, buddy.
We hear that screech, and that cry is why your intimidation fails, because everyone's like, no, no, I'm getting on this boat. I'm getting away from this thing.
I don't like this.
Yep.
Mm.
So yeah, you close that. You're like, nope, hard. I'm not. No, big nope.
Nope.
Do any of the bandits look like they might have more power, or pirates, whatever, have more power over the other ones, or they all look about equal footing?
They're pretty democratic. These were all basically hired by Sasserine to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
And now
yeah.
that Sasserine is dead, they're not sure they're getting paid, and they're certainly not gonna. There's not enough money to convince them in the world to stick around near this thing.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just. Yep. What do you guys want to do? No big deal.
Finny is going to run downstairs and probably meet Daiquain running up, right?
No.
No. You're staying downstairs?
Daiquain sealed themselves in the captain's quarters.
I had to run past that thing.
Oh!
You come down the
Okay.
stairs, and there
And
is
see
a
this
pony-sized xenomorphin like thing that looks like a Starship Troopers bug soldier thing is just like right here, looking at you. It roars. You see its little like bloody spittle like
Okay.
at you, and like
Okay.
chomps, and is getting ready to like.
Oh.
Oh. Those are my stairs out of here.
I just go,
This thing could eat you whole, right? Like.
Korruk. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Sure.
I'm searching that chest, by the way.
Sure.
I'm looking for the fucking ring.
Sure. I think that's probably okay. So let's resolve the guiding bolt first. 22 hits it.
Nice. Kill it in one
15
shot.
radiant damage.
Oh yeah, cool. It doesn't like that, but you scorch its back with the radiant light of who's your god again?
Istis.
Istis.
Yeah.
Does it leave like a in a pattern?
I'd like to say that it leaves a little bit of like blue dust when it hits something. Yeah.
Right.
A little bit of blue.
Sure. Its back thorax, I guess, is like scorched with blue. Like that, you did enough that like that should have killed a person, right? Or like really bad, and this thing doesn't even care. You know, it just shakes it, like it stops for a second and like gets ready to do its stuff. But
I'm gonna use about how much movement did you say that took to get down there?
I
I just want to know if I just want to know if I can hide.
15.
Okay, yeah, so then I can hide behind this. I hear that.
Yeah, you can try to hide.
Yeah, that's what wherever that placement. I'm hiding behind a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems right.
That's my move.
Cool. Now it's on the list here.
Magadressa. Wonderful.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Korruk, what do you want to do? Everyone's getting ready to get the hell out of here. Your intimidation failed.
Korruk, I am very torn.
Yeah.
Because I hear Finn downstairs calling his name. But also the boat here. Say he's gonna run downstairs, and he's gonna so he's gonna go here, I guess.
Totally. Yeah. Right. So they're getting away. You're going down here. You see. I don't think you even see Finn. You just see a gore-soaked giant bug insect monster, scorched with a little bit of blue, which you know is Finn's thing. Which you just saw before above. There might be a thought that it killed Finn. Like, you're not sure. But then, like, you probably hear Daiquain and like, I'm in here, or do you? Like,
No, it's just swearing. I'm just like blasting them with like swearing to all heaven.
Yeah. You just hear Finnian, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. She's freaking out behind us.
Yeah. It's bad.
Do I have enough movement to get to the creature?
Going down the stairs, 5, 10. So it took you 5 steps to get to the top of the stairs. So to go down the stairs is 10 feet, additional 10. You spent 15 feet of your movement. So if you move at 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally get here.
I'm gonna go there, and we're gonna attack.
Sure.
The net one.
Not great. No. It like grabs your sword like with its jaws, and like that strike could have like decapitated somebody, and it just stops you pretty effortlessly with its jaws, like clink, and you're like, I can't get this out, right? Until it finally like tries to shake it from you and stuff, and it just like slips, luckily, free. But yeah, that wasn't a good hit at all.
That's my turn.
So our contractors are all pouring onto this boat, as many as they literally can. They haven't set sail or anything like that. They're just taking their time to get down the rigging to get down to the boat. You hear them doing that probably from here, even though there's a lot of smoke and stuff coming up from the bottom here. There's no more sounds of animals. Like they're like they either were killed by this thing, or the fire is spread. And then we go over to Daiquain.
So much for the boat.
Yeah.
Although I suppose if we kill this thing, we can like try and salvage the boat. I'm looking for this ring.
Sure. You like open like the chest of drawers and stuff like that, right? Like just frantically looking around.
Where the fuck is this ring? Why do they have this damn beast here?
Yeah, so you're gonna turn it upside down and stuff like that.
Yeah, jump to roll anything?
Yeah, totally. Give me perception, because you're not really having time to investigate, right? You're just literally tossing the joint trying to see something. Is my thought, right? You could make a case that it's not, if you can.
No, that's fine.
Right.
17.
Cool. Yeah. Just for the record, I'm definitely someone who's like, I will probably like, I'll estimate based on what you say, what you're doing, and then I'll try to give you a reasonable thing. But if you think it's something else, or if it's like, I think I'm doing stealth but using strength, like I'm cool with that too, right? I'm cool with like mixing up skills and ability scores based on how you describe stuff, right?
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So you're looking around for this place. Yeah. So you do uncover a couple things like in the chest, right? You uncover a set of finery, like their clothes. You find a pouch of that literally looks like it's colored with the Vanderborn color, like money pouch. Like it looks very nice, like it's leather. Inside is heavy. The smell of platinum is in it, right? Like, Ostensibly, this is the payment that was supposed to be for the harbor master, right?
Oh no, it went down with the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. But then with a 17 perception, you're like, I don't see the ring at all, right? Like you almost don't even spot it. But then there it is at the bottom. It's because you like pick up some piece of paper in it, being like, what the hell is this? And in the piece of paper, you see a little bit of a shine. And in fact, actually, look, wrapped around the piece of paper is the ring. Like the piece of paper is shoved through the ring hole. It's like it's holding it there. That's the signet ring. And a piece of paper. You found it. This place is on fire.
I take out my dagger, I cut the piece of paper, put the ring on my finger so it's easily I can't lose it. Put the piece of paper inside my like my bag that I have, so it doesn't get wet. Is there a window in this room?
Yeah, of course. There's a bay window in the back.
So you will just hear like I'm gonna pick up a chair and just like throw it out the window. I'm not being on a fucking never burning boat. And I'm like,
not again.
Throw it out the window.
Not again.
You will just hear like a crash from that room.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You hear that, and what do you? Yeah. Then it's the Ragadess's turn. Ostensibly, you could also begin to move to jump out of this window too, right? Is that what you do?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, because I have enough movement to jump out, but I wanted to use something because I can't do it now because I have my action. So I'm probably like on the edge getting rid of.
Right. You search and then you moved by also setting up yourself to kind of throw this thing out here, which is kind of cool. I'm cool with that. Awesome. Yeah. So the Ragadess is gonna go. Giant xenomorph biting creature is going to try to do what it does best, do some snips. I think a 20 probably hits. It does 11 points of damage, and then you also need to make a it begins to try to grapple you, like literally like bites you at the hip and tries to like keep you where you're going, right? You beat a 12. Either strength, athletics, or acrobatics.
I'm down.
Okay.
No.
Cool. All right, you're down.
Points, so.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
As in, like, you're out?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Are you a half orc? Are you a half orc?
Oh no! Wait. I go to 1. Sorry.
Yeah. So you're at 1. Resist.
You want me to do strength?
You can either. This thing has you by your waist, like trying to chomp you in half. Yeah, you're gonna have to either like slip out of its jaws using dexterity, like dexterity acrobatics, or strength athletics to get yourself free. It's sort of clamping jaws. It's the same thing. You basically are mirroring what your greatsword just did a round ago. Like you need to slip out of this thing. So whether that's how I described or how you want to do it, it's cool with me. You beat it.
16.
Yeah. You pry open its jaws. You're free. You're at 1 hit point. Finn? Muted?
Thank you. So seeing that Korruk is hurt really bad, instead of attacking like I was going to, I'm going and actually do nothing because I don't have.
Yeah. Might be a good time to get the hell out of here.
I'm going to jump out a window. Is there a window here?
No, but you could probably. But the thing is currently occupied. You might be able to make it up the stairs, or.
I know I don't want to leave Korruk behind. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Sorry, bud. Do I have enough movement? So just say I didn't go over to Korruk. Never mind, because I would know I didn't have any.
No, you could totally run up the stairs, right?
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Peace
out.
And just jump off the side of the boat. Yeah.
Sure.
Swan
yeah.
dive.
Just start swimming to shore and be like, I'm out of this.
Estes, be with me. Just jump off.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Okay. Korruk, your turn. Do you want to run away?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, running away.
So, you have enough movement to disengage and run past this thing and basically jump out the window if you wanted to, the way Daiquain went.
Can I do that?
Yeah, totally. Can you just make an athletics check for me?
Yep.
Okay. That's not great. I was thinking whether or not you could wait, isn't that door locked? Oh yeah, that's okay.
I locked it.
Yeah, you locked it. Right. So
there's a giant beast there. Of course, I'm gonna
right.
lock it.
So that's I'm sorry. There. Right. So it's not athletics. Well, I was thinking athletics to maybe like bash through the door, but yeah, no, you don't. The door's locked.
Great.
So you moved there, right? Which is still like that's fine, but you just spent 10 feet of your movement to get there. You can still so like you're ostensibly here right now. And you tried to open that, you tried to bash your way through that door, so you can't get out that way. What do you do?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Actually, well, we're at 11:58, so I see the time. Here's what's going to happen. Because you just did your skill action basically, and you have some movement left over. Would you be trying to make it this way, or would you try to like next round try to break it through the door to get out? What would you try to do? You still have like 20 feet of movement left.
Next round, I think I would bash through the door.
Okay, cool. So I think what we see as we're wrapping up here today is that basically this Ragadessa has you dead to rights, right? Like it's ready to go, but then there's like a huge like burst of flame from like below the deck, and it like reels and like scurries backwards and like begins to like the fire is kind of like separating the ship at that part coming up the stairs, and you're like back near the door as well, and it's kind of cut you off here as the Ragadessa escapes into the city, like off the ship. You hear it plunk like into the water, and as you make your way out of the ship to jumping out the window there, and that's what we'll call it.
It's in the water. It's in the water.
Oh my god, it's everywhere. We have to burn.
Yep, you got to burn the water down.
That was great.
Hey, welcome to the first episode of the Savage Tide, everybody.
You really got a good crew here, Eric.
I know, that's great. Cool.
I love these characters.
Yeah, this is fun. So once again, I'm so sorry about the delays and everything today, right? About getting everything set up. All of that will be fixed. Everything will be updated and upgraded, and everything. There will be zero technical problems next time we play next week. All right. So I know we gotta hurry and get out of here. But I've been Eric, your dungeon master. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. Demcie, take it away.
I'm Demcie, Demcie DMC on Twitter.
Cool. Pro.
Yeah, I am Pro Starter. You can catch me on Twitch and Twitter, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter to find out when I'm streaming, who I'm streaming with, and if I have to cancel. Straight after this, I will be streaming on my channel at twitch.tv/Pro Starter. I will be playing some cyberpunk action in the Sprawl.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least.
Me. I'm Katy. You can follow me on my private Twitter or personal Twitter. Public. Those are all words. Public Twitter at Katy. I also do the Twitter social media stuff for Off the Table. It's off_the table at Twitter and Twitch. I will be there tonight with Eric, our old man, playing San Guajano. I'll never say that right. I swear to God, this whole campaign, I'll never say it right. An Urban Shadows game. It's very, very fun. We're going to be doing session 3. Some shit went down last time. Follow me on my Twitter because I'm in so many shows and stuff, doing stuff that I never know my schedule. So just follow me, see what I'm doing. I'll post it there, and come watch me in games, and I will yell in chat. That is always a guarantee.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. So we're gonna get out of here now. Seriously, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry about all the weird difficulties one more time. And then yeah, we'll be back here, same savage time, same savage place, everybody here on the Greyhawk channel. Shout out to Shane for letting me come over here and do this. This is a great kickstarting for the campaign. I like this. It started with a bang. Super dangerous. This was fun. So I'm looking forward to see where we're going here. So we got some more sessions for this season coming at you. So we're gonna get out of here now. So bye.